Hey guys, wanting to show you guys how my day's going. Um, this is kind of a big subject. We have, um, you know, gig economy blowing up around us. We have freelancers, doing and having whatever they want, right? Obviously, the corporate life of getting and doing, um, getting to do all the fun things and getting to be all the fun and cool things doesn't seem to be the direction, quite honestly, the corporate life. So we all decided, all the people probably watching this have decided, hey, it's maybe not the best use of my time, right? So when you invest into um, a worthy ideal um, and have that desire, you don't relinquish it to someone else, right? You don't hand it over to someone else to say, hey, what do you think of this? And let's both suffer the same fate, right? So if somebody eats it, you end up eating it with them. And you tend to work for someone else's vision if you don't have one of your own. This is very important. Uh, and for the lack of knowing, right, is one of the reasons why people may stay stuck. Um, and it's sad. It's quite sad. Um, they just don't know anything else, anything different, and that requires a real big um, look behind the scenes, behind what's going on. And so when we say to ourselves, "Hey, I think I see this niche. I think I've seen that Jamin provides a mathematical way of looking at the niche market," which we'll get into. Um, when once they get that and say, "Man, that's validated right there. Let's grab that. Let's grab that as our own, as our option within a niche, within a sub niche." We'll get into that again. Um, and know that it's there, kind of like validating a product on Amazon, right? Oh, this is it. It's the fidget spinner. It's got a ranking of 3,000. You know, it's man, it's getting anywhere between 4 to 5,000 orders a month, let alone a week, let alone a day, da da da. And exciting. Oh wow, we found the product. Now all we got to do is just go and buy the product. The market is there, the positioning is there, and everything is there. And it's a nice feeling, by the way, when we find these products, first-hand experience, beauty blenders, for example. Wow, like, okay, my friends in the business. Wow, let's get validated. I really am excited. My early years of being in the internet marketing realm, I was with Ed Dale, learning from him and Frank Kern, and when they go over just the real, I think it was a Frank Kern product. I think Ed Dale and Frank Kern like paired up, and it was about how to validate a market. You know, how to know that somebody's searching for it. Whoa, right? Um, and let's use this example. The most current example would be, let's say, Jungle Scout, and they now know that Amazon is a search engine just like Google. Yeah, just like maybe some people on YouTube say, man, let's bat for the fences on content that we know is breaching the divide here, right? They know, they seek it out, they go onto websites. So these are all the things we're going to cover on this channel, and there'll also be a podcast attached to this content. So hopefully we can engage, and you see me do X, Y, and Z. Why? Why do we end up doing what we do? I mean, from a human nature standpoint, we'll get into that part. That's part of the personal development part of things. But why do we do, from a consumer standpoint, why do we do what we do? And how does that leave clues? And if we're in the information age, then it's the desire to say, God, let's participate. And the barrier to entry used to be the stumbling block, right? But with things like ClickFunnels, WordStream, all these little sites that you can go to, Jungle Scout, uh, what is it? unicorn something or rather to validate stuff. I mean, honestly, it's great. I mean, search engine tools, excuse me, keyword search engine optimization tools, anything and everything that you can possibly think of. It's at your fingertips. And are we a byproduct of the information that we're exposed to? Yes. Should that be a bad thing? I would say seek and you shall find. Seek, you shall find, right? Have a resource, have a bank of knowledge and information, how to analyze an idea, how to put forth, a marketing campaign, not even just finding out what products are selling, but knowing how and why a funnel has a certain kind of backdrop, has a certain kind of call to action to the right, to the left side, to the, hey, before the fold, and hey, the context of this video is X, Y, Z. Why? Because it's selling a product and not a service. And these are the successes that have left clues. Okay? And that's what we're all here for. I do have a couple ideas for the channel name. I'll just, put under, if I can get optimal you, would be good, but it has a lot to do with marketing and the math behind marketing. So if you see this video, guys, and want to say what's up, please let your comments be known in the place below here. Also, wanting to kind of find out what content you guys want to have me produce, right? It's coming from you. I mean, I could go to Quora and I could go to here and there and find out what keywords are being searched for. And honestly, when it comes to a podcast, that's a very valid idea. Validating an idea on Kindle, for example, and finding out the subcategories of the chapters. I want to learn about XYZ. Great. Is there a point where, oh, my creativity is so necessary? And that's awesome. Yes, it is, absolutely. In the recreation, in the representation of your own brand, mirrored and backed by the success that other people have left. So didn't want to go on too far with this, but it's about validation. It's about validation to know. Let's say we're in the stock market, right? Hey, wow, I want to go and I want to invest in, bank stocks. I want to invest in Washington Mutual or whatever it is. Let's say, but whatever. Wells Fargo. Who knows? And we need to see that the conditions are right or wrong or neutral to invest, to take time to make that money and then invest that money. That takes time. Necessary. So here's the best part. We don't make a whole lot of guesses, you know what I mean? Hey, look, the S&P 500 has stayed boom, boom, boom. There's a certain level of predictability when it comes to, hey, the S&P 500. Hey, this stock over here. Oh, hey, wow, look, this dividend stock has done this. Now, does that say that the future performance is dictated by past performances? In a way. Now, in a way, validation and success has left clues. What we're doing is we're looking for markets and keywords that people are specifically searching for and finding out, and not hoping. I was going to hope that it's not seasonal, right? Or hope that it's not only on Valentine's Day or only on the Christmas or whatever, That's not the way the game is played. And the game is played to help us win. And I would like to do a screen share, like to interview some people in regards to this subject. Again, you guys are the listeners. I'd like to bring up to the forefront any subject in regards to personal branding, product validation, service validation. Okay, because this whole thing with freelancing is doing well. Um, Also, the drop servicing business is doing well. So we'll speak about that. We'll speak about influencer marketing and why would that be um, a relevant direction, and why is it that people are succeeding, and if they are, then what exactly are they doing? What is the framework of exactly what they're doing? Sometimes you just got to get out there and run. Anyway, so I appreciate this, guys. This is like rough shape video, right? I'm here in my little trailer doing my thing here, okay? Doing some cleaning. So anyway, this is going to be a lot of fun. This is the first video of many, and there's going to be some playlists that'll be on point here soon, right? I want to have you guys ask me whatever it is that you want. Is this a social media marketing type of a agency question that you need to say, how do I do X, Y, Z? Great. Are you a business owner that needs to know the broad strokes of online marketing? Great. There will be a point where I can be reached, where you can schedule a call with me, and that'll be good. Okay, but here, just in the forefront, I'm going to keep this very general, keep this very brief. Please do let me know what your thoughts are on podcasts, and really tell me if this message has hit home for you. Now, I want to find out how we can get you and get us out and free. I want to provide as much value as possible. And the best part is that this is no better time in history than to do what it is we need to do, right? So if I was back in 1997, which I was looking. And is it an excuse? Absolutely not. But the barrier to entry very well back then, before, let's say, ClickFunnels or something like this. Russell Brunson's not joking, man. The Confusionsoft was crazy. The coding of where you put it, and then it appears on your site with the opt-in box, and then that goes somewhere, and that's secured by something else, and then it was not an easy process. And then the copywriting aspect of things as well. Yes, it's becoming more and more obvious of how to maybe copyright, just not hijack some stuff, but just it's obvious that certain calls to action are happening. But before, when markets were not all of them were doing it. It was difficult. It was very difficult from a barrier to entry standpoint. But now we have the opportunity to have ClickFunnels and everything else that we need. From keyword validation to market, to market validation to, here it is, the minimal viable product that someone needs. What is it? The minimal viable product, but it's the product that we're getting off of AliExpress or whatever, okay? Well, no, what is the actual minimal viable product that you need to represent a result? Oh, there's a result, boom, XYZ, boom, boom. And you then create almost an algorithmic sort of an approach, depending on if the product is validated appropriately, which we'll go over. So that you don't do something like a business colleague who created these hand warmers, and it was the greatest idea. It was super cold, half across the United States. These suckers were great. And then all of a sudden, it warmed up, and it's fluctuated to where the product, it went dormant, obviously seasonal, right? So we're going to talk about all that stuff. We'll talk about how to, see the volume of what a product looks like within a specific niche. And I'm not holding back. I've studied this a long time, and I want to make sure that you guys get the full big gist of all that has to offer, and today, and services that have been brought to bear. are giving us the keys to the front door. Okay, they are giving us the keys to the front door in such a way that I hope that the way that I'm speaking and what we can talk about and how you can kind of vibe with what needs to happen, that you can see that there's no better time than now. Okay, but without further ado, these videos will get a whole lot better. This is the first time, so I want to make sure that I'm, in the mix here, and that it's more important that we pay attention to the information. Because honestly, if you're missing a thought or some level of realization when it comes to a keyword and a key phrase, and people are searching, and the biggest point is to understand and validate a market. Okay. I might have very specific training on just that one subject, because that is sometimes the stumbling block for some people, and I wouldn't want that to be holding you back. Okay, there'll be very, very specific things that we'll do. Step 1, step 2, step 3 sort of thing. And I'd really like to ask you guys, when the podcast is coming about, who do we want to make part of this community? Who do we want to learn from, right? So is it somebody that you want to learn keyword research from? Is it somebody that you want to learn, Shopify? Is it Kevin David? Is it is it John Reese? I don't know where he's at these days, but he's one of the foremost marketers, like I was saying, back in the day. So let's just look for the clues and see and know that success leaves clues, and if we had the opportunity to take full advantage of it, would we do it? So I'm shooting this video just casual today, and I'm going to do a couple more, and this is just to feel it out. This is just to find out what resonates, and something that we should all do. We should be willing to market, test, and just get out there. So I'm just willing to put this video out there to just say, hey, I want to know who's maybe excited about their opportunities when it comes to marketing their service, product, idea, and how can we bring it almost to a mathematical level, almost to a, hey, look, well, if success left clues, let's get it done. And if there's success and clues that are literally down to the math, then that should have been where we start. And that's exactly where we're going to start. So, hey, just want to let you guys know it'll be about, 18 minutes here. Yeah, I think it's about 15 minutes here. So give me a thumbs up, thumbs down if you guys like this, if it's something that you're excited about. I am bringing you guys the shortcuts, the hacks, and the mathematical, qualities of a great marketing campaign and a great community. Right? This is a place where if you guys have a question, I'm almost like the mentor that'll give you a response a week later, because I will do these 2 days a week, and I will make sure that I pace your questions so that we know we can get this done. So without further ado, I want to say pleasure, and this is more of a marketing study than anything else, but really do look forward to putting down in the comments your thoughts, concerns, ideas, and I'll formalize these videos and everything else, but this one's just straight edited right for you guys. Anyway, pleasure.